Hello, and welcome to today's subscriber contract, the IronLung jobs set in Paris and supplied to us today by Isaiah Wyatt 2012. So moving on to our briefing. Good morning, Agent 17. Today's client is the hardware company IronLung. 5 previous employees are coming together to whistleblow the company's dangerous factories. The company has asked us to send them their severance checks. The company has asked that we eliminate them with company-issued fire axes. IronLung is one of the most popular fire axe producers in the world, so they won't be hard to find. Good luck, Agent 17. So moving on to our targets, and today we have 5 of them, along with a free map. And for today's challenge, we'll be starting at the Iago auction, and we'll be bringing with us a silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, we are going to abandon the auction as we have no money, and we are going to make our way straight around and into the attic where our first target is located. He is not alone, he has a colleague with him. So we're just going to grab this screwdriver from some of the junk in the attic. We're going to throw it over into the corner there, just as our non-target guard is wandering away, and it's him we are trying to lure. So when he comes along to investigate, if we've timed this right, our target will have his back to us. We can then pounce on his colleague, render him unconscious. We can take his gun and his outfit, both will come in very handy. Then we're going to make our way along to the corner of the building. This is where the vampire magician's outfit is located. So we're not going quite that far, as we will find a fire axe on some of the junk in the attic right here. Once we have our fire axe, we can then return and approach our first target, and we're going to eliminate him with the axe. Down he goes. Our next target is Dahlia Margolis's personal assistant. She is on the other side of the building, but rather than go through the attic, having to avoid a number of enforcers, we're going to go around and through the auction room, which involves a lot less enforcers. So once we get out onto the balcony here, we're going to drop the weapon we've collected, and the guard up on station at the balcony will move and take that away. And as you can see through instinct, Miss Haley is just on her way out here. She's having some issues with her laptop, I do believe. So she's going to come out onto the balcony to make a phone call. The bodyguard has now moved safely away, so we can then approach Miss Brennan here. We're going to introduce her to Cold Steel, and we're going to then drag her around the corner and down to the far end of the balcony, as there are a number of large window doors just to our left. So just when we get down past these shutters, we will find a nice little spot with which to leave Haley, and then we can vault over the banister and down to the floor below. We have left our fire axe behind, as we can't bring it with us using this particular method, but there is an enforcer at the bottom of each of the sets of stairs, so this is just a nice easy way to avoid them. And there's always another fire axe as we make our way into the AV center area, and we can retrieve the next fire axe from the wall. We're going to make our way into the dining room, close the doors behind us, where we will encounter our next target. So we're just going to introduce him to Cold Steel, and we're going to hide him around the corner here. There is a closet provided, but we don't need to drag him that far. We can just put him out of sight here. We're going to retrieve our fire axe, and then we're going to make our way across to the far side of the building. We're now heading for the panic room area and the warehouse storage room. So we're going to go around this way to avoid the camera at the far end of the AV center balcony. And once we get around then into the large storage room here, we will encounter our next target, and we're just going to quickly approach them, introduce them to cold steel, and then we're going to quickly move on. There's nowhere to hide the body here, but he will not be found anyway. So we're going to make our way down the central stairs feeling like a queen, and we're going to make our way down into the basement. So no one clapped for me when I came down the stairs. They did when Novikov did. Don't know what's the difference. Maybe it's because he's got hair. So once we get down into the basement, we're going to make our way into the changing rooms where our final target is currently located. And we're just going to throw our fire axe right into the corner of the room there, and then retrieve another fire axe from the wall. If you so wish, you can retrieve the one you've just thrown, but why not? We've got another one right here. That will get the attention of our final target, and when he comes over to investigate, we can quietly introduce him to cold steel, and then we can make good our escape. The nearest available safe exit will be the wine cellar exit, which also happens to be my favorite, so that's where we're going to head to next. So there we go, one more subscriber contract taken care of, and if we can push our way through this dreaded portal, we will be able to get out of the map, and we can get confirmation all of our targets have been eliminated according to plan. We had no objectives to worry about, and that will gain us a silent assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.